See, there's a little trap in the Sicilian defense that every average chess player must know. And this may begin as follows. After e4, your opponent plays c5, you just go c3, the Alapin variation. The top played move in the master's database is knight f6. After this, you can just go e5, they play knight d5, after which you go d4. After pawn takes and pawn takes, the only thing you need to know is if black plays pawn to d6, there's a possibility for you to checkmate them very quickly. And I mean very quickly. I covered this concept like 3 weeks ago or last month in the video that has popped up in the card above. So I did this first before any other content creator that you are thinking about. Point is, after pawn to d6, you simply go bishop c4. It's time for you to celebrate. They are going to play knight b6 attacking your bishop, after which you can simply give them a check first. And once they play bishop d7, the top played move, you don't even need to take. The move to consider playing is pawn to e6. This equalizes the game and also confuses a lot of people. If they take your bishop, no, this time it's not e takes f7 check. And this is one thing that I didn't cover in my first tutorial video when I showed this little trap. You only want to take most of the times if black's knight is still on g8. At least you will have something to take on the next move. So in this position, you can rely on the move queen h5. This doesn't only pose a checkmate threat on f7, but it also attacks the bishop. So what most people do here is playing pawn to g6, and then this is when you take. Again, it's very difficult for them to make a decision here as in which piece to move. If they play knight c6, looks like you can pin their knight once again, but nope. Black will play pawn to s6 and you will lose a tempi or something like that. So first take on f7, make black lose their right to castle, and then develop your king's knight. It's going to come with check. If bishop g7, for example, you can even do this. Who knows, maybe you're going to win a free queen like that. The only issue with this, line is that black may choose to play something else back on move 5. Instead of playing d6, there's this other annoying move, pawn to e6, that we see most advanced players playing. But anyway, whenever you see pawn to e6, just know the game will most likely transpose back to the French defense. So I don't play bishop c4 here. What I do most of the times is just playing knight c3 or sometimes knight f3. Not forgetting to play my prophylactic move a3, which I always play in the French defense. This kind of stops knight b4 in the near future. For example, after knight c6 in this position, you can simply go knight f3, and if pawn to d6, you just leave your e pawn like that. Don't do anything. Go bishop d3 or something like that, or knight c3 in this position. If knight takes, you're happy to take back. After d takes e5, wait a second, this is okay, but only for those people who are ready to play a queenless game, which is why I should make a live correction here. See, you don't really need to play knight c3 in this specific line, because if you play knight c3, there's a high probability you are going to continue playing this game without queens. So the best thing you can ever do is to go bishop d3 in this specific position, so that if pawn takes, you take back with your e pawn without having to worry about losing your queen very early. There's nothing wrong with that, but you just don't want to trade off queens or to exchange queens very early in the opening stage. So this is a slight update I have made right now. Take this from me. Knight c3 can wait. Think of playing bishop d3 in this specific Alapin variation line. Anyway, I intend to play a live game on Chess against any random player, and let's hope things will go well. I hope so. By the way you support this channel is by joining one of our membership tiers on Patreon, or simply buying my courses at www.KaspaChess.com or on my Patreon page. That really helps. Chess wrote, this is a casual match. Let's see what my opponent is going to do. Again, the Sicilian defense. It's like most people are playing the Sicilian defense nowadays. Let's go the Alapin variation once again. Do everything that we do in the English opening. Knight f6, I said go pawn to e5. They play knight d5, and then you go d4. If pawn takes, you take back like that. Yep. And then e6. What to do next? I like playing a3 followed by knight c3. This is the French move, a move that we play in the French defense most of the times. Okay, my opponent should have played pawn to d6. Maybe that was going to carry more weight, after which I was just going to take back. But they chose knight c6 over everything. Knight f3. This is when they have played pawn to d6. Now, I don't have to do anything to that pawn since I already have a knight here. Or maybe even that time, if my opponent played pawn to d6, I was still going to play knight f3 and forget about it. Forget about everything. Bishop d3 here looks cool, even though I can still go knight c3. But anyway, bishop d3, what else can they do? You see the beauty of playing pawn to a3 once again? That kind of stops any knight attack on b4. And maybe we might even see the Greek gift sacrifice in the long run. Why not just playing knight c3 in this position? Yeah, like knight c3. Let's see what my opponent is going to do. If castle short, I might even consider playing h4 and sacrifice my bishop. Wait. Did I just mix the sequence or something like that? Queen c7, queen e2, double defending my e-pawn. Bishop d7, a clear indication that my opponent wants to castle long. Let me just castle short. What else can I do? Maybe now they are going to castle short. Knight a5. Knight a5, what can I do? Let me just defend my pawn. And now there is rook c8 on the board. Am I the one defending now? Am I the one defending? Shouldn't be like this. Let's go h4. Yeah, it's just a prophylactic move. And I forgot that there is no increment. So I need to be fast. And this is a 5 minutes blitz match, by the way. Save my bishop. I think my dark squad bishop is more powerful than that knight. I don't know what else to do. Maybe bishop g5. Yeah, let's try bishop g5. If bishop takes, I'll just take back with my pawn, not my knight. Because if knight takes, there might be pawn to h6. If castle short, I'll just take the bishop and do a Greek gift sacrifice. Maybe this time it's going to work. There we see pawn to h6, but I can still do this. I guess they are going to take back with a queen. Yep. Oh, now they just hanged their knight. So this is how you beat 2200s. Next, I might even give a check with my bishop, or just pinning that bishop now. Or activating my knight. How about that? I will take. Oh, I just hung my h-pawn somehow, but I can just take anyway. Still up a pawn? No, still up a bishop. Castle short, and how about playing rook d4, connecting my rooks like that. Now let me do this. The more pieces I trade, the higher chances I have for winning. But why did I give up that? Damn it. Oh no. Queen d4. Let's just go for the kill. I'm losing all my pawns like crazy. Ah, damn it. But I guess I'm doing everything right. So point is, I just want to take on e6. Can I take on e6 now? Yeah, I can just do this. Since there's a mate in one. And if black is not careful, I'm going to sacrifice my rook on g6. I started losing pawns for nothing. But I'm still surviving. And I knew it deep down my heart. No time for celebrations. Pap, this is a very tricky move. Trying to take on g6. The bishop is pinning black's f pawn. Okay, it's like my eyes deceived me. Ah, 30 seconds. I can still take, I guess. Because there is this, by the way, in case you're confused. So I just took the only pawn that was defending the g6 pawn. And I don't see anything else that black can do from here, apart from resigning. So I played that move instantly without even realizing it was the best move. So check with check. That's checkmate, come on. No, it's not checkmate. What am I doing? Oh, this is checkmate. Good players are always lucky. By the way, you can check out my courses at www.KaspaChess.com or on my Patreon page. That's how you support this channel, by the way. I don't ask for donations or free money. So the way you support this channel is by joining one of our membership tiers on Patreon or simply buying my courses. That really helps.